Never, I guess, in the history of doing live events and live shows has there been such a sudden stop, to work as happened on the 12th of March this year.
Basically, every event that we had booked for the rest of the year cancelled one by one over the course of the next 24, 48 hours, to the point where we haven't done any event-related work since the 12th of March.
So this summer, Slane gone, Longitude gone, Indie, Independence gone, Sea Sessions gone. These are all world-class festivals and they're all gone. They've been planned for 2 years. The Fleadh in Mullingar, where I'm from, I really hope it comes back next year because our town needs it. That's important, not just people, our crew, our town needs that.
This year I was due to work on the pod gigs in Kilmainham, which is Forbidden Fruit, The Frames, Diana Ross, My Chemical Romance. It was all together now in August. Then between us, we kind of do every other little gig, festival, show that's on.
I was in the Tree Arena on the 12th of March for the Country to Country load-in, and we hung around and we were told to go home. So that was the last of it.
Since the 12th of March, we've had nothing, and there's nothing in the pipeline, really. Not immediately and not anytime this year. There doesn't seem to be any kind of schedule, I suppose, as such, for when we're going to go back.
There's around 35,000 people employed in the events industry, and obviously at the moment those incomes are curtailed to the COVID payments. 350 doesn't cut it in most cases, it's not a lot.
Well, we're both getting the COVID payment. We're getting assistance from my family paying our rent because the 700 a week doesn't cover rent in Dublin. I'd be surprised if anyone in Dublin was able to cover the rent with it,
We'd definitely be out of a house, if only for family,
And it just doesn't make sense to uproot our family now for a temporary problem, but it's a struggle.
We have such an amazing Indigenous workforce here, businesses with 5, 10, 20, 40 staff that contribute so much to their local communities, but also to the economy.
I love working at home, I love working in Ireland, and I think we really need to protect what we have here. When I started out, a lot of the crews would have been taken in from the UK, for example, whereas now we have fostered this amazing talent here.
We have some of the best crew in the world here, genuinely, and we're well known for it. Obviously, our job is to be invisible. We wear black and we stay behind the curtains, so it is unusual for us to be out front and talking. Nobody knows we exist normally. You go to an event, theatre show, a concert, you see the band, you see the lights, you see the speakers, but you don't see them going up, you don't see them coming down.
The teams that I work with at the moment, they're out of work for months and potentially years to come. We don't know what's coming down the line. And so we're not asking to come back immediately, and we're not asking for the public health to be lessened on our account, but what we do need is help to survive this period.
We submitted quite a detailed and extensive submission to the Oireachtas Special Committee on the recovery of the live entertainment and the arts sector. The bulk of the asks are business supports. It's continuation of the PUP, the wage subsidy scheme for people within this sector, because it was the first sector to close and it will be the last sector to come back to full recovery. If we can't retain these people and save these businesses and save these staff and retain these skills over the coming months, then when it is time to turn the lights back on, there won't be anybody there to do it. That's the big worry.